Hey there, and welcome. Have you ever felt like you're just completely trapped by your own thoughts? Like you're stuck in this exhausting cycle of overthinking? Well, if that's you, you are in the right place. Today, we are going to dive into how to finally break free.
You know that feeling, right? That mental hamster wheel just spinning and spinning. You're replaying some conversation from yesterday, or you're worrying about 100 different things that might happen next week. It's that feeling of being completely stuck, analyzing every little thing until you're just drained. Trust me, you are not alone in this.
So what is really going on here? Well, it's way more than just thinking too much. Overthinking is this destructive loop where our brain, trying to protect us, prepares for every possible bad outcome. But it's all driven by what our source material calls the illusion of control, this sneaky false belief that if we just think about something hard enough, we can stop anything bad from ever happening. Okay, so let's pull back the curtain on this loop. Let's really figure out why our brains get so tangled up in the first place. Because honestly, understanding the mechanics of it, that's the first real step to breaking free.
Do any of these sound familiar? Constantly hitting rewind on that one awkward thing you said at a party? Or maybe you're always fast-forwarding to all the ways a new project could totally fail. Or maybe you're even that person who asks friends for their opinion again and again, but that feeling of calm you're looking for, it just never really lasts. These are all classic signs you're caught in the loop.
So how in the world do we start to dismantle this thing? Well, it actually begins with something surprisingly simple, giving a name to what's happening. The moment you can identify the pattern, that huge, overwhelming cloud of anxiety, it suddenly becomes a clear target you can actually do something about.
I just love this insight. The whole point isn't to try and wrestle your thoughts into submission. That's exhausting, and let's be real, it never works. The real goal is to simply turn on the lights. Just see the loop for what it is. Awareness becomes your own personal flashlight in a really dark room.
Okay, this slide is a total game changer because it breaks down those vague feelings into specific, recognizable traps. Just take a look and see which one kind of jumps out at you. Is it the what-if spiral, where your mind just defaults to the worst-case scenario? The cure is so simple. You just flip the question. Ask, but what if it goes right? Or hey, maybe it's the perfection loop, where you're so terrified of making the wrong choice that you end up making no choice at all. The key there is to remember that clarity comes from doing, not from more thinking. Spotting your personal trap is the first huge step to using its cure.
But here's the thing about overthinking. It isn't just a mental game, is it? It's a physical one too. So next, we're going to look at a 60-second circuit breaker you can use right in the moment. It's a way to bring your body back online and basically hit the emergency stop button on that spiral.
See, when your brain is spiraling, it thinks there's a threat, and it tells your body, hey, get ready for a fight. And that's exactly why you feel your heart pounding, or why your shoulders start creeping up towards your ears. Recognizing these physical signals, that's your cue. That's your alarm bell telling you it's time to hit that reset button.
You know what? Let's just try this together, right now. First, just take one really slow, deep breath. In and out. Good. Now, just look around you and silently name 3 things you can see. Could be your screen, a cup, a speck of dust on the wall. Next, notice 2 things you can actually feel. The chair under you, maybe the fabric of your shirt. And finally, just listen for 1 thing you can hear. And just like that, you've pulled your brain out of the chaotic future or the past and anchored it right here in the present moment.
Grounding is an amazing short-term fix. It really is. But for that long-term peace of mind, we need to go a little deeper. This next part is all about a fundamental mindset shift, moving from constantly fighting your thoughts to learning to accept them. Let's look at the toolkit for that. This is so crucial. Your thoughts are not facts. They're just thoughts. Think of them like clouds passing the sky or maybe subtitles on a movie screen. You don't actually have to engage with every single one. You can just notice them and let them float on by. You are the sky, not the clouds.
This slide just lays out the difference perfectly. Over on the left, you've got the overthinking mind. It's at war with uncertainty. It desperately needs to be in control. But on the right, you have the acceptance mindset. It allows for uncertainty. It shifts your focus away from the outcome and onto your effort, which is the only thing you can actually control. It's the difference between getting hooked by every single thought and just watching them go by.
So how do you actually practice this? Here are a few dead simple tools. When you feel that spiral starting up, just label it. Okay, this is worry. Or try this. Give yourself a strict 10-minute time limit to worry your heart out. When the timer goes off, you move on.
These aren't about stopping the thoughts, but about changing your relationship with them.
And that, right there, is really the ultimate takeaway. The thoughts, the worries, all the uncertainties, they're the waves of the ocean. They're always going to be there. The goal isn't to build some giant wall to try and stop them. The goal is to grab a surfboard, find your balance, and learn how to ride them. So, what's one wave you can learn to surf this week?